ducking after -9. Ducking after -9 is crazy.
I know generalizing when I say mashing is like, oh, well, what about mashing? It's really knowing when to press, you know? It's like everything has an answer for everything, but I feel like, especially in the lower ranks to intermediates, you can get away with doing a lot of things because people don't really know what's going on, you know? Where it's like sometimes I see people, they're on like -9 and they're like hop kicking. And like, yeah, it's very situational work. If someone tries to D-jab you, you know, like you'll jump over and you'll hit. But as you play against more experienced players, they're not really gonna fall for those flowcharts per se, you know? So one thing that I'll tell people is like, stop being so flowcharty. That's a better term for it. Stop being so flowcharty and stop autopiloting. That's a big issue. So stop being flowcharting, which goes into people autopiloting, you know? When you're in the lower ranks, you start doing certain things that always work. For example, Devil Jin. A lot of Devil Jin mains are notorious for this. 1-1 into down back 2, you know? They're like saying, oh, I'm doing a high into a low, you know? Once you start playing against more experienced players, you know, they're like, oh, I've seen this a million times, so I'm just gonna crouch, I'm gonna punish you for it, you know? -13, by the way. So, stop autopiloting, stop being so flowcharty. Ultimately, yes, you know, you're playing against a character, but people need to remember they're playing against people. It's more than just how do I beat this character, it's how do I beat this player, you know? And the more you flowchart, the more you autopilot, you're really just, you know, playing against yourself, in my opinion. So stop autopiloting, stop flowcharting, and then you'll see that you'll start really getting better. You know, you'll start to see your flaws more. You even see your enemy's flaws. And the great thing is when you like really think about the game and you try to hone in on like, all right, I'm doing this move. What is his reaction to that? Instead of, oh, I'm throwing down forward 1-2, down forward 1-2. Throw the first down forward 1 and wait. Is he crouching? Is he trying to jab? Is he trying to do this? Once you stopped autopiloting, believe me, it'll make leagues of a difference and you'll just start improving. So, you know, stop the flowcharts.
I think turtling is a really bad habit. You don't want to let other people run their game.
Stance dependency. I think that's just the way that this game is. You need to be using those stances. But if you try going back to older Tekkens where not every character had a stance, it really messes you up.
For me, definitely mashing on wake up. I want to say random crouches.
One bad habit they should unlearn. Toe kick. Whoever uses, okay, if you use toe kick, I suggest you don't anymore. That move, even though might seem really well because you stop their pressure and kind of give yourself some space, it is super punishable, and very, like it's like characters with orbitals can easily counter you, and it's very linear, so you can just sidestep and launch it. It's like minus like 18 or 19 on block. Don't use toe kick. It's not a good move.
Pressing when they shouldn't. I do it still. It's a bad habit I have, like just popping heat burst willy-nilly as your first defensive option. Because like it's Tekken 8 brain, you know, it's such a good button. But if you're autopiloting anything, you can get called out. And that's like one of the biggest things that like I personally autopilot.